The universe is just so huge. It feels like there's got to be a reason we're here. When I was a kid, our home life was tumultuous. I would often go out and look up and it would calm me. I remember asking one of my teachers how I could work for NASA someday, and I remember him chuckling. I had always wanted to work for NASA, but at some point it felt like it was too far of a goal for me.
She calls me out of the blue from Texas. I'm like, Charity, why are you there? And she's like, well, I fell in love.
He was basically the most caring person I had ever met in my life. I was 9 months pregnant, sitting down with this academic counselor. The whole time, he's like looking down at my belly, which was huge. And he's like, and you want to go back to school for physics for another 4 years? And I was like, yep.
And the baby came out, and immediately the entire room filled with so much love.
He loved space. One of his first words was moon and star.
Jason was immediately supportive. You could just tell. And I think he was supportive of her, but he was supportive of her dream.
I was doing research with Dr. Fisher. It was a dream come true. Research is what I was meant to do. Woody was happy and Jason was happy and everything was, perfect. And so we decided to take a mini vacation to the Oregon coast. I remember waking up in an ambulance and not knowing how I got there, and I felt like a pounding on my head, and then I opened my eyes and realized that I was like hitting myself in the head.
Wild, kind of like a caged animal look, and her eyes were all weird, and she looked at me and she's like, are you real?
I just didn't want to believe that they were gone. They took me to a hospital room and I think I was screaming a lot at this point. It was too much to handle, so I would just scream. And I remember a nurse walking up to me and she was crying and she, had a pill in her hand and she said, do you want to just fall asleep? And I said yes. And I took the pill.
She was like tormented. It was awful.
Like her very being was being torn apart. Her whole soul was just being ripped from her.
I had a meeting with Dr. Fisher, and it must have been a shock for him to see me like that.
I said, look, our group can be the one spot that didn't change, that was the one part of her life that, didn't get thrown into chaos. Wow, that was tough at first, because she was numb, it was clear.
I don't know what I would have done without astronomy. It's really what kept me going, especially early on. I think that's part of resilience, is being part of something that's bigger than you.